I knew it. We all knew it. And once again, if you take lamestream media serious, then I don't know what to tell you. But ESPN just did a segment about maybe 20 minutes ago on Jerry Jones in the picture that showed up with Jerry Jones at a segregation protest, basically where he stood alongside some racists that wanted to prevent black students from going to school. And from what people said that happened, they were calling them all kind of racial slurs and making threats towards them. But of course, they did the typical textbook fashion. Oh, well, that was a long time ago and you can't hold people accountable for stuff that happened. Oh, really? But these are the same people that won't shut up about Chris Brown and Rihanna. These are the same people who just ridiculed and dragged Kyrie Irving through the mud over a tweet. Keep in mind, over a tweet. And don't give me that stuff. Well, Kyrie Irving is a grown man. Jerry Jones was 15. Hey, at the end of the day, you're already conditioned and taught certain things by the age of as early as when you can walk and comprehend what your parents are saying. So don't give me that stuff. I mean, what is there to be curious about? He partook in it. He was there. But we knew they was going to make excuses for Jerry Jones because that's what they always do. And as you can see, these house Negroes, they didn't have the same smoke for Jerry Jones that they had for Kyrie Irving. But this just proves what I've been saying about mainstream media. They full of it. And we need to put more pressure on the Dallas Cowboys organization and the NFL and Jerry Jones to address this. Maybe Jerry Jones need to go through a 6-step program. Maybe he need to meet with Minister Farrakhan and, he can, treat some black students to dinner and all that kind of stuff, buy out a movie theater. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he can, buy some shoes and stuff donated to, people that's not well off in the black community and pay for, take like $5 million because Jerry Jones is worth an estimated $8 billion. So why don't Jerry Jones take about $5 million and, pay for some of these, black men and black women to go to college, since he tried to prevent them from going to school in peace. I mean, for real. Listen, dude, don't come on here making excuses for Jerry Jones. Don't we get held accountable? It don't matter what we do. Don't they love bringing up our past? Didn't Malika Andrews bring up Adrian Payne's issue? What happened to him when he was in college? He was a young man then. And keep in mind, the DA decided not to move forward with charges because they didn't believe the so-called accuser. So don't come on here talking about he was a kid, bro. I will run you off my channel with the quickness. When you hear about some of these black men that got shot by the police, don't they bring up what happened to them when they was a kid? Wasn't Trayvon, hold on. Wasn't Trayvon Martin 17 years old? He was a kid. He was old enough to lose his life via George Zimmerman, right? He was old enough to lose his life, who was minding his own business. So don't come on here playing them games with me, dude. Get the hell off my channel. Don't play them games with me talking about he was a teenager. Tamar Rice wasn't even a teenager, and he got gunned down by the boys for having a toy Yistel. He was a kid. He ain't here. Hey, don't play them games with me, dude. You will have a very bad day, dude. Don't play with me, homeboy. You will have no, you is making excuses. Don't play with me, homeboy. you will have a very bad day. Matter for real. You are making excuses. Wasn't Trayvon Martin only 17? Wasn't he just a kid minding his own business? Just trying to get home when he ran into George Zimmerman. Dude, don't come on my channel trying to be condescending. You messing with the wrong dude, punk. Don't play with me. Don't play with me, punk. Don't sit up here trying to disrespect me and disrespect my audience, bro. Don't come up here making excuses for Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones was the main culprit that kept Colin Kaepernick out the league. Jerry Jones has yet to hire an African-American head coach. Jerry Jones had to apologize for a innuendo remark he made a few years ago about black people. Don't come on here with that. Don't come on here, dude, trying to disrespect me. Don't come on here trying to be condescending, punk. You got the wrong dude, punk. You a punk. Matter of fact, man, let me block this dude. Get your ass off my channel, bruh. Talked about he was a kid. That's always the excuse. That's always the go-to move. People know what they doing. Nah, bro, you coming on here, you trying to come on here making excuses for Jerry Jones. That's why white people are allowed to get away with the stuff they do, because people like you that make excuses for them. We held accountable no matter what. When we do something, they go as far as kindergarten trying to dig up our, oh, you know, when he was in the 7th grade, but you trying to make excuses for Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones knew what he was doing, dude. Don't come on here talking that stuff to me, dude. Don't come on here talking that stuff to me, dude. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's always, dude, it's always one. What's up, Torian? Hey, Torian textbook. I knew they was gonna make excuses for Jerry Jones. Stephen A. Smith and Bart Scott was sitting up there. Oh, well, yeah, that was a long time ago. Well, you know, you can't hold people. People love me. Hey, like I said, it's always an expiration date for when they do something to us. But when we do something, it's never an expiration date. Hey, what's up, J-Dog? Like I said, I already knew that they was going to make excuses for Jerry Jones, because it's always the excuse. They didn't know what they was doing. They didn't know what they was doing. Oh, I was little. Oh, you know, I'm different now. Oh, I've changed. Hey, but we can't change. We can't change. This is what they always do. They always tell us we need to move on. We don't have a right to be upset. We don't have the right to be upset. We don't have the right. You know what I'm saying? They always try to use these fake terminologies. Just like you had people sitting up there trying to defend that goofball that got socked for trying to play that racist prank on Little Boosie. Oh, it's just words. No, when people say it's just words, those type of terminologies is directed towards black people, because what they really saying is, I'm white. I should be able to say and do whatever I want to a black person in particularly, and you're just supposed to accept it. And if you don't accept it, something is wrong with you. You are in violation of my white privilege. So when I hear people say that stuff, but then when I hear people say that stuff, that's the true definition. I'm being transparent. That's what they mean. And how many people then got, you know what I'm saying, over a 500 year period since they've been bringing us to this country that got killed for just being black? When they say it's just words, well, people didn't die for just being black. Okay. So don't try it. I knew they was going to do that. Yeah, I know. That stuff with Bill Cosby happened like 30, 40, 50 years ago. But they didn't mind bringing that up. They didn't mind bringing that up. They had circumstantial evidence. And in some cases, they didn't have no evidence. Most people said Bill Cosby shouldn't have even went to jail. That's what I'm saying. You went back as far as like in the 60s to dig into Bill Cosby's past alleged incidents. Bill Cosby's past didn't have an expiration date, but Jerry Jones does. Oh, that was a long time ago. Everybody said Bill Cosby didn't have no business being put in jail, but he so went to jail. Yeah, they won't shit. Yeah, like I said, they won't shit up about OJ. They won't shut up about OJ. They won't shut up about Chris Brown. They always throw OJ in our face at the drop of a dime, like we was there, like we assisted OJ. It's funny. It's funny. When we bring up Trayvon Martin, what do they say? Oh, well, you have to accept the decision by the jury. The jury said that George Zimmerman was innocent, so you have to move on. But then, hey, well, a court of law said that O.J. Simpson was not guilty of allegedly deleting like 2 people. But you see people still saying that. They still saying that they believe O.J. did it. And here's the thing. It's without a shadow of a doubt George Zimmerman did what he did. But you know, the funny thing was you had people trying to make you had people attacking black people. You had people making fun of Trayvon Martin, dressing up as Trayvon Martin. And then these are the same people that wonder why we say the things and feel the way we feel about them. Because like I say, they always try to dumb down when they do something heinous or disrespectful to us. We just supposed to forget it. We just supposed to just take it. And that's why nobody should respect Stephen A. Smith. Like I say, they never had the same kind of smoke. I thought, what happened to all that screaming? Well, let me tell you something. Man, Jerry Jones, this is deplorable. Jerry Jones need to apologize to me. You didn't hear none of that stuff. Well, you know, that happened like, oh, he was talking all calm. He didn't have that same fire he had when it's the brothers. Ain't nobody asking Jerry Jones to write no checks. Why don't Jerry Jones open up his checkbook? I mean, since people telling Kyrie Irving how to spend his money, they want Kyrie Irving to give money to people who already got money. They always try to put an expiration date. And then they try to tell us black people, how dare you be mad? I mean, it's just like, didn't y'all see The Birth of a Nation? Is for real? How dare you black people be mad? Just like that dude on The Birth of a Nation. How dare you? You did what? You did what? You baptized a white man? How dare you baptize a white man? Like, I mean, dude went off on homeboy on The Birth. He said, how dare you baptize a white man? And that's what they do us. That's how they do us black people. How dare you question us? How dare you be mad about us disrespecting y'all? How dare y'all be mad at us about murdering y'all and violating y'all women? How dare you have an attitude? You need to move on. Why? Because a white guy said it. That's their mentality. You need to move on. We need to get better as a whole. We know how we gonna get better. They always use that same catchphrase. And then you have they always do this. This is what they do. This is textbook. When somebody do something disrespectful to a black dude or a black person or black people as a whole, they always go find the coon on speed dial. They'll put them on TV. They'll ask them some questions. What do you think? And then have them trying to be the Negro pit bull. You know, try to make them, they always hire the coon on speed dial or the Negro attack dog to attack black people. for, yeah, well, I forgive him. Well, you forgive him. That don't mean I have to. We already know you a paid handkerchief head. So there you have it. Now we gonna apply pressure. And I gotta ask y'all something. Is this the information that Dan Snyder was hinting that he had? Because Dan Snyder, I wonder, is Dan Snyder the one? I wonder if Dan Snyder the one that's leaking out this information. Because Dan Snyder said he had info and intel on a lot of people. Maybe I should email Dan Snyder I'll set up a secret meeting with him. Because if he got some dirt, tell him to email me everything. I'll put all that stuff out. And then Jerry Jones gave that weak excuse. Well, I was just being curious. I wanted to, look, you don't go see. Okay, just stop it. You already conditioned at that age to know right from wrong and know the difference between white and black. At that time, they still had segregated restrooms, restaurants, all that stuff. From now on, we going to call him Jim Crow Jerry Jones. That's going to be his new name, Jim Crow Jerry. Because he participated in it. But like I said, Stephen A. Smith is one of the most pathetic dudes on the face of the earth. Him and the legion of coons that work for ESPN. I could never, like I said, Stephen A. Smith is the worst of the worst. What he did was cowardly. And what those band of coons did was cowardly. They should have went in on Jerry Jones. But this is the excuse you get from a lot of these Eminem fans when you bring up those racist songs that Eminem put out. Well, he was a kid. Eminem was 20 years old when he made those songs. Once again, he knew what he was doing. But not, you know what I'm saying? He was a kid when he made those racist songs. But we try to say, well, Chris Brown was young when that happened. And keep in mind, Rihanna threw the first punch. But it's funny, though. Nobody has a problem with Tommy Lee. Didn't Tommy Lee, what's the name of that group he played in? He played in Motley Crue, right? When he was with Pamela Anderson, he used to be whooping her ass while she was pregnant. But nobody don't have a problem with that, though. No, nobody has a problem with that. Look at what Emil Hirsch did. The dude that starred in Alpha Dog. He grabbed a lady and threw her ass over a table. That wasn't that long ago. Like I said, it's never the same energy. And then, like I said, Brent Favre then went around stealing money and finessing money that was supposed to go to, what I'm saying, disenfranchised for the most part black people. And then Brent Favre, they got proof that he knew what he was doing. Because he tried to play the, I didn't know what was going on. Brent Favre knew exactly what was going on. They got the Texas, they got everything. So, like I said, this is why we need it. Oh, yeah, Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber, hey, you know what I'm saying? Justin Bieber. So all it takes is, it's funny, when they apologize, like I said, it's over with. But when we apologize, it's never enough. Hey, Kyrie Irving gave an apology, but they want this dude to go through a 6-step program. So we expecting the same from Jerry Jones. We want Jerry Jones to go through a 4, 5, 6-step program. And we want Jerry Jones, since Jerry Jones is worth anywhere between $8 and $9 billion, depending on where you research his net worth. I expect Jerry Jones to send some black people to college, donate some money to black charities and all that kind of stuff. Help start some, donate a couple of $1 million to help finance and start black businesses. He need to meet with Minister Farrakhan. He can meet with me. He can meet with me and Torian, and we'll help him. We'll educate him. Because that's what they said about Kyrie Irving. He need to be educated. We'll educate Jerry Jones. He can spend some time with me. I'll take him to Oakland, and I'll take him by Sabrani Park, take him by the 6ix9ine Village, take him to West Oakland, take him to Dogtown, Ghost Town. Take him to Gaskill, take him to North Oakland. Take him to my neighborhood, the Rolling 20s, the Dubs. Let him walk. We'll do a walk around, do a walkthrough. Then make Jerry Jones have a barbecue in San Antonio Park or something. Yeah, so we could do that. Appreciate it. So Jerry Jones, he got to that's how he could fix this situation. Because if they wanted Kyrie Irving to do all these different regiments to get back in the NBA. I mean, it's only fair that Jerry Jones do the same thing, since Jerry Jones like preventing black people from entering the school and sitting up there standing in a crowd with pretty much what you would call a lynch mob, because that pretty much was a lynch mob. And I ain't talked about the rap group neither. That was pretty much a lynch mob. I was just curious. What was you curious about? What was you curious about? Oh yeah, Timmy. Yeah, I'm from the Dubs, man. I'm from the Dubs, man. Like I said, Jerry Jones, he can meet with me. Like I said, we could have a barbecue or something. We could have a cookout. He could pay for all the food, or he could have Everett and Jones. He could have Everett and Jones, cater the event, Yeah, Timmy, we could, he could, sit, that he need to go through his 5-step program. And like I said, I got a list of people. I can arrange it. He can pay for some scholarships, and I will handpick the students. 50 girls, 50 black girls, 50 black boys. And they could pick out whatever college they want to go to, and we'll send the bill to Jerry Jones. Because like after all, that's what they told Kyrie Irving to do. I mean, it's only fair. Since they told him he needed to give $500,000. You cannot make this stuff up. Like I said, Stephen A. Smith is the biggest beta male hoe on TV. Now we already know that Shannon Sharpe is gonna make excuses for Skip. I think what we need to understand is, Skip, this was like a long time ago, Skip. I mean, people are capable of changing. Well, if that's the case, how come we ain't capable of changing? I mean, for the most part, Chris Brown pretty much stayed off the radar. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, when we do something, they never shut the hell up. Never. They act like it's an impossible feat for them to be quiet. Stephen A. Smith didn't give one dime to Shanquilla Robinson's family. But they didn't do a segment on that. I didn't see them do a segment on that. Nah, they only care when a brother get in trouble. Like I said, anytime we do something, they enhance it. Like I said, if we get a speeding ticket, they go, well, man, you can't be speed because, that's just dangerous. I mean, Stephen A. Smith never had the same energy. Well, Luka Doncic, he's a young man, he's a kid. And I'm just saying, if Luka, he just need to be a little bit more careful. And at the end of the day, he's a young man, people speed, he didn't really hurt nobody. He wasn't drunk or nothing like that. So like I said, let that be a brother. Then all of a sudden he got all this smoke. Yeah, put the camera there, put the camera to my face. Cause I want people like, nigga, what is you gonna do? You ain't gonna do nothing. Everybody knows Stephen A. Smith ain't built like that. If you was, I mean, for real, Stephen A. Smith took off running. When I ran up on him and everybody saw what he did, he ran. He the one that said, walk, you know, he embraced debate. He said he'd debate with somebody on he ran. Everybody saw what he did when when I ran up on him in LA. He took off running. He ain't about that life. Stephen A. Smith ain't about that life. That dude ran when I approached him. He ran. So I don't even want to hear that. Oh, I can't even forget what he did with he did Quincy Carter so dirty. But that's how Jerry Jones don't even really like black quarterbacks. Because keep in mind, he was trying to secretly trade Dak Prescott. And then remember, he was hesitant to give him that big contract. So I'm just saying. Well, yeah. For those who don't know, that may be new to my channel. I pulled up on Stephen A. Smith the weekend of Wilder Tyson Fury 1, which took place in LA in December of 2018. Stephen A. Smith, I guess he was there covering the fight. And at that time, Stephen A. Smith was on a super coon spree. So my homeboy, the body snatcher, Vince, the body snatcher, said, hey, there go Stephen A. Smith. I said, okay, I'm finna run up on this dude. Not in a violent way, but I'm finna approach him. So I told Blue Blood Sports to go over there and distract him. So Blue Blood Sports ran over there and distract him. And then I ran up on him. And I said, hey, man, dude, do you really believe some of that stuff you... And he took off running. I was ready. He took off running. Yes, yeah, he did, Steve. He been Jerry Jones. I don't even know why people surprised by this. It wasn't like I was shocked. Like when I saw the picture, I was like, this don't surprise me. I'm surprised it didn't come out sooner. But like I said, I believe that Daniel Snyder allegedly leaked this information. And keep in mind, Daniel Snyder said he got hella information on these people. He said he got a lot more evidence that he said he gonna start leaking. Yeah, Stephen A. I got the video of me running up on Stephen A. Smith, Torian, is still up. It's way back there. It's still up. I wonder if Stephen A. Smith gonna be, because I'm going to New York in a couple of weeks because I gotta y'all already know I gotta cover a fight. I wonder if Stephen A. Smith is gonna all right, I gotta be quiet. I might be saying too much. Oh, Dak don't count. Oh, Dak don't count as a brother. I mean, I mean, I mean, so also you don't count Dak Prescott. I mean, oh man, I mean, nah, but like I said before, man, I already knew ESPN was gonna do what they did, make excuses. This story is gonna die down. You see, they didn't have a big segment with what happened with To. Even though that woman went on to get charged with filing a phony police report, you know, the one that said, "I'm a white woman. You ain't supposed to walk. You ain't supposed to walk up and approach a white woman." Got her on camera saying that, and none of the media outlets wanted to play that segment when she said that. They'll just have like what you would call like a picture, but they let that story die down real quick. What else is new? Yeah, Too Raw, they had a brief segment, but you know, they tried to dumb it down. They tried to make it be like, it's not that big, you know, it's not that big of a deal. They did what they always do when it comes to these white boys, when it comes to to the oppressor. Oh, that was a long time ago. Well, you know, but when you think about it, he hasn't hired a black coach because he don't want no black coach there. Jerry Jones don't believe in black quarterbacks or black coaches. Okay. Keep in mind, he said he made a racial remark about black women that got swept under the rug. Keep in mind, he was the ringleader in the Colin Kaepernick situation. Don't you remember what he told his players? He pretty much said, y'all better not take a knee. If y'all take a knee, y'all gonna be cut. He cracked the whip. He told them he said you better not. He said y'all better not take a knee. But that segment they did on First Take was weak. And like I said, Stephen A. Smith showed the true yellow streak. He wasn't talking all that rah stuff like he be talking when it pertains to the brothers. It was none. He wasn't all big and bad. He wasn't Billy Badass like he usually be when it comes to the brothers. Yeah, put the camera on me. Put the camera on me. He go into WWE mode, you know, when it comes to the brothers. When it comes to the white boys, all of a sudden, well, that happened a long time ago, and you know, we can't hold people responsible. Oh, really? Oh, really? You know, he was just a kid. Yeah, but Trayvon Martin was just a kid when he lost his life to George Zimmerman, an idiot who had no right to be sitting up there trying to approach anybody who didn't have any experience, who didn't have any, he wasn't even paid security. He wasn't law enforcement. He was just a regular goofball, a failure at everything he did. You know, but people sitting up there trying to say, oh, Jerry Jones was young. Yeah, hey, Tamar Rice was young too. And look what happened to him. He wasn't even 15. And the police jumped out the car and deleted him. Didn't even give him a chance to surrender. Just jumped out the damn car and opened fire on him. Didn't tell him to drop it. Didn't tell him nothing. So like I said, Trayvon Martin was just a kid. So don't give me that stuff about Jerry Jones. That's all. Like I said, there's always an expiration date. We can't bring up nothing. Can't bring up nothing. We like I said. When it comes to our past, when it comes to us, open season, open book. It's at any given time. When it comes to them, case closed. Oh, that was a long time ago. Y'all need to move on. Y'all too emotional. Y'all too sensitive. It's just words. It's just, you know what I'm saying? It's just words. Oh, well, if he would have did this, that when whatever the case may be, they're going to try to make it our fault. We don't have the right to question him about anything. We don't have the, as they used to say on South Park, we don't have the authority. But they feel like they can do and say whatever the fuck they want to do, and it's all good. I knew Stephen A. Smith was going to go in full-fledged, you know what I'm saying, canary mode. That dude is as yellow as Tweety Bird. Biggest coward I ever seen in my life. And the only reason why he started defending Kyrie Irving saying he should play is because people was riding his ass on social media. Just like they was riding Shaquille O'Neal. But like I said, I want to see if Charles Barkley I want to see if Charles Barkley gonna have something to say about Jerry Jones. Is Jerry Jones the idiot? But we know Charles Barkley and Shaquille O'Neal ain't gonna say nothing. He sit up there calling Kyrie Irving an idiot and stuff, and then got mad. And then you had Charles Barkley sitting up there trying to tell black people we need to lay off Drew Brees. No, we don't. You don't get to wag your finger at us. You don't get to wag. And I wish white people would understand the Negro whisperer thing. That don't work anymore. We disregard them people like you disregard us. We don't listen to Charles Barkley. We don't listen to Shaquille O'Neal. And we damn sure ain't listening to Stephen A. Smith. And Jason Whitlock, he can't be trusted. And neither can Candace Owens. And Kanye West is all over the damn place. Okay, so just keeping it a buck. Gotta be said. Let me tell you something, Eric, and this is real talk. Stephen A. Smith has the resources. He has probably the credit. He has the capital. Stephen A. Smith could probably at least get a loan for probably $100 million, and he could start his own sports network. So I'm not really trying to hear that stuff about him losing his job. Stephen A. Smith got the capital to just start his own media company. He has enough connections. He knows enough people to start his own media network. No, he just don't want to. He ain't no different than LeBron James. Instead of LeBron James wanting to spend $1 billion to buy an NBA franchise, why don't he take $1 billion along with the rest of the NBA players when they retire and start their own basketball league? Same thing with Jay-Z. Why you want to partner up with Jeff Bezos to buy an NFL team when you a billionaire yourself? Why don't you and Jeff Bezos start your own league? Sometimes I get tired of hearing that stuff about you don't want to lose your job. Stephen A. Smith had a point to where he could start his own stuff. You don't think if you don't think Stephen A. Smith could build his own studio in his house or something? Dan Patrick did it. Dan Patrick went out and got his own studio. He built his own studio. He got a network deal. So why can't Stephen A. Smith do it? Stephen A. Smith ain't me or you. Stephen A. Smith is a millionaire. Like I said, he has he has what you call the clout. He has the name. He has the resources. You know what I'm saying? He could do it on his own. So I ain't trying to hear that kind of stuff about he don't want to lose his job. Well, even if he loses his job, they got to give him a severance package. Just like Adidas trying to get out of paying Kanye West that $75 million they owe him for this year. So, just saying. Well, this is just gonna be something else that's gonna. Well, this gonna be something that's gonna further make LeBron James look bad. He already looking bad by what he did with Kyrie Irving, or based off what he didn't do, which is defend Kyrie Irving, where it took other people. And I want to send a shout out to Jaylen Brown, because I like the fact that Jaylen Brown didn't like back down all the way that they expected him to back, because he basically explained the tweet, but he said at the same time he wasn't going to condemn them people. And I'm glad he didn't fall for it. So I'm just saying, it'll be very interesting to see what LeBron James have to say about his favorite team, the Cowboy. What matter of fact, why don't y'all go ask LeBron? Tell LeBron to further sink himself in a hole and defend Jerry Jones. Because keep in mind, just a year and a half ago, LeBron James was, you know what I'm saying? He was talking like he was Malcolm X, like he was LeBron X or something. So let's see what he have to say about Jerry Jones. Come on, LeBron. Come on to say that was a long time ago, so you could really sink yourself into a hole. So you really can get so you can get flamed. Come on, LeBron. Can't wait to hear what LeBron gonna say about his boy Jerry Jones. You see, Errol Spence ain't nowhere to be found. You see the Errol Spence protectors ain't nowhere to be found. I mean, because Errol Spence said Jerry Jones was like one of his role models or something. Okay, but you see they ain't nowhere to be found. So just saying. But anyway, appreciate y'all taking the time to, listen to me. Anyway, I'm out.